Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching. This is Michael Augustine here, coming to you with a three-part video series. Three-part video series on a topic that is near and dear to my heart that I think you'll find very valuable, and that is the 3 stages of marketing. There are a number of reasons why I wanted to talk about this tonight, or whatever time of day it is you're watching this video. But there are a number of reasons I wanted to talk about this because there have been a number of trends that I've seen occurring in the marketplace, in different social media platforms, in the industry that kind of upset me. And I don't believe it's the way to go, as well as, I'm not sure how efficient it is for certain marketers. Now, I've spent the last few days taking a look at different trends in the marketing industry and how people are promoting their product or business. And a lot of it involves no social interaction at all. And I've been very, very, very disappointed at that. Um, People have forgotten the principles of selling in my mind, and selling with the information age has become very, very, very different. So today I want to share with you 3 tips. 3 stages of marketing. This is going to be video 1. So it's a 3-part video series. This is video 1. We're going to talk about the first stage of marketing your business. This is inspired by my friend Diane, who gave a very, very valuable talk on this. And this is kind of her mantra for marketing for a number of years. Stage 1. Stage 1 is you have to be a promoter. Now, what does that mean? Whatever business you're in, and I also can relate this to everyday lives, we're constantly promoting ourselves, whether we know it or we don't know it. If you go into a job interview, if you ask a significant person that you're interested in out on a date, or you're trying to make a sale, or you're trying to make new friends, influence people, you're constantly selling yourself, even if you don't know it. People say, I don't like to do sales. Well, in my mind, you're doing it every day of your life, even though you don't realize it. If you're in a job, you want to make sure you can get along with people. You can express your ideas clearly. People want to work with people and buy from people they know, they like, and they trust. Now, let me repeat that. I hope you got some notes. You can write this down or replay this video. Stage 1 of marketing is you are a promoter. And the goal of being a promoter is people buy from people or associate with people or are friends with people or date people they know, they like, and they trust. They trust. Now, dating is a little bit, interesting, but in generally, if the person likes the person, they'll go with them. And they want to get to know them, and they want to know if they can trust them. Generally, that's what happens. Stage 1 is being a promoter, and people know, like, and trust you. That's the foundation of doing business. And in my mind, if you don't have that foundation down, you can't do business, or you don't know how to do business. Okay? It's basically what it is. Because you'll end up having recurring customers, constant sales, so on and so forth. And what I see in the marketing world today, which really, really bothers me, is on certain social media platforms. I'm not going to mention which ones. You can Google this for yourself. People post their opportunity or what they're selling, just blast it out there with no formal conversation. Just call me and hope for the best. That brings a lot of questions because number one, you have to understand in business that people are selling or competing with you with similar products that provide the same benefit to consumers. And you have to excel in a way to put yourself at the top of the list or at the top of the market that people buy from you. Because the biggest question that I have is, when I want to buy something, the biggest question that I have is, why should I buy from you? What does your product have or your service have that benefits me, that outclasses this other product or service? I want to know these things. So one of the key concept of being a promoter is identifying people's pains, problems, needs, or wants when they're researching a product to buy or a service to buy or an opportunity to join. What pain points can you solve for me in order for me to be convinced to buy from you? Plain and simple. What pain points can you solve for me that it convinced me to buy from you? Now, if you're a realtor, look at family demographics, look at the area, look at the jobs in the area, understand the family or the person wanting to buy by having conversations and locating properties that would be within their pain points. When I say within pain points, I'm talking, is it money that's a pain that the property solves? Hey, here's a cheaper property that's, close to town. If a pain point is I need to be close to work, things like that. So as a realtor, you should be on YouTube, in my opinion, advertising houses that are in generalized areas and addressing the pain points that these houses can remedy and solve. I think that's very important. And that's what my business does. My business identifies, I'm in the business of helping online entrepreneurs generate leads, make sales, and accomplish the goals within their business model or what they want to accomplish. So I'm making this video tonight because it pains me to see what's going on out there in the marketplace. And like I said, being a promoter is simply going out and identifying the trends in social media or what's going out in the marketplace and advertising yourself in a way that identifies the pains and problems of people and says, here's the benefit my product can provide. It doesn't give you the right. Now, I'll give you some examples. When I went out to a specific social media place, I'm not going to advertise. When I went out to this place and I was looking at what different marketers were doing, because I have products, free trainings available for marketers to help them generate leads and sales. And if you're interested, head on over to michaelaugustine.net and be part of my newsletter, and I will share the information with you. But when I went out to the social media site and I just saw people paste their opportunity out there, you couldn't read the ad, you couldn't notice the phone number, you couldn't even call them. And then I would private PM them and I'd say, tell me more about your business. And they'd say, well, what do you want to know? Conversations were short and a lot of people were aggravated that I would even ask. They would just be like, do you want it or not? I had one person just send me a bulleted list of what his business does and says, if you want to talk to me, talk to me. So I wrote him back and I said, your bulleted list is and answer a lot of my questions. Here they are. Can you answer them? Never got a response. Never got a response. Your job as a business owner is to identify the pains, problems, offer solutions, and have follow-up conversations to establish rapport with the person and get them to get to know you so that in the future they can know, like, and trust you. In the future, they can buy from you. Plain and simple, but no one wants to go through that. They want the quickest way to, how do I generate money for a buck? How do I make a quick buck? And it irritates me. Go on YouTube. Tell us about you. Tell us your dream, your pain point, your story. Become an inspiration and relate to people. If you notice, I'm slowing down because these are key points. You need to become relatable. Relatable, personable, and not salesy. Don't push. Even when you're going out and dating, if a girl's not interested, she's not interested. Move on. Become mysterious. Move on to somebody else. But if somebody you're interested in is not interested in you and you've asked, okay, move on. Here's my number. Give me a call if you ever want to. Same thing with marketing and sales. If people are responsive and you go out there and you advertise yourself as a human being, a personable human being, and you offer solutions to people, then when it comes time to advertise a product, you have a relationship and a rapport with a person, they will want to buy from you. So if you go out on the internet and you post solutions to problems, examples, how to do this, what does this benefit? If I'm in the health and wellness industry, what are the benefits that your product or service can provide? Okay. I don't want to hear. If I have specific questions and this is a true story. I had specific questions on a product or service. And I said, could you tell me more about your business and how you're generating leads? Because I want to know how to generate leads for your business. All I got was a huge post with somebody word vomiting how wonderful their business was. I didn't want to know about it. Oh, it's a great plan. It's this and this and that, and it does this and that. No. You didn't answer my question. If I'm taking a supplement, what benefit does this supplement give me? I take a supplement now that I'm very, very proud of, that I do sell. And the reason I sell it is because for me, it gives mental focus and mental clarity because I work as a web designer, constantly designing websites, many hours of the day. You have to be focused and you have to be ready because things have to be done very, very rapidly. We have short time schedules and so on and so forth. And I take a supplement every day to improve my health, mental focus, and mental clarity. That's the benefit it gives me. I don't talk about what's in it. I don't care. What benefit does it give me? If you're selling a weight loss product, if let's say you're a woman and you're selling a weight loss product and such a woman was going to the prom, is there a product or service out there that can help me lose weight or provide a format on how to lose weight and what benefits it gives me for what I'm trying to achieve? If I was going to the prom, what are the steps by steps that I can lose 5 pounds in 30 days? Reasonable, actionable results that your product or service can give you or that you can sell people, because people buy from people they know, like, and they trust, and there's a benefit to the product. So when you're selling a product or service, Focus on the benefits and the benefits and the benefits it gives them. That's principles. And that's your job as a promoter, is to go out, establish conversations with people, get to know them, get to know what their interests are, help them, offer tips, solutions, things like that, that don't cost money, and establish a relationship so that when you do sell a product, they'll buy from you because they know you, they like you, and they trust you. Now, I'll give you a couple more examples and then we'll move on to phase two, which would be a separate video. But if you write books, what type of books do you write? What are the benefits that your books have? If you write children's books, these books cover these things that allow single parents or parents of young children the ability to take these books, read their children a bedtime story, so they can go to sleep. Facts tell, stories sell. You, as a promoter, should be able to go out there and tell a story that is captivating to the minds of people so they want to be part of what you are doing and they want to follow your journey and they want to understand what the benefit is you're trying to give them. Learn to be a storyteller, period. So if you're a realtor, go on YouTube, other social media platforms, tell stories and say, because of what I have, these people were able to afford a car payment, buy Christmas gifts for their kids. In my business, that's what I focus on. What are your goals in the next 30 to 90 days? Is it to pay a car payment, buy a Christmas gift, get X, Y, and Z? That's all I care about. Because then if you want to take the next step and buy other products that I have, we'll talk about that. But I'll offer you things, but it'll be your choice whether or not you want to take advantage of them. But I want to make sure that I've addressed your need. And that's what being a promoter is. Your job is to get information of what you have out to people by establishing a relationship, rapport, and trust. And say, hey, I have this. Build a list. Build a list. Building a list is fundamental in marketing. I have this that can give you this, absolutely free, that will lead them down to eventually a sale out of a product. People go on social media, they put their stuff out there and it doesn't work, and then they wonder why. That's the job of a promoter. Going out there, establishing relationships with people, looking for people that have similar pain points to what your product can provide and solve. And then go out there, establish relationships with them, start conversations, solve their problems, and then offer your product as a solution to it. Simple as that. Simple as that. And in the next video, we're going to talk about the second stage, which is establishing a personality. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Leave a comment below. Tell me if this video has been helpful to you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video where we talk about stage 2, which is the personality stage. Take care, and thank you for watching.